Hi, welcome to Yoga 413. My name is Tauni, and today's class is going to be a power yoga class. A lot of movement, some extra upper body strength work, some twist, and even an optional arm balance. So before we get started, if you have not hit that subscribe button, please do so. And at the end of the class, if you love this video, please hit that like button. Let's go ahead and get started. So begin on your back. Feet wider than the hips and the knees just collapse, supporting each other. Arms are just at your sides. Begin to just focus on the breath, inhaling and exhaling completely. Breathing deeply all the way from the belly will rise, the chest expands. Exhale, it draws down and in. Just find that nice steady rhythm of your breath, letting go of any other thoughts. Bring the feet right in line with the hips, knees over ankles. And again, as you inhale, we're going to press the hips up for bridge pose. As you exhale, you'll drop the hips slowly down. Again, inhaling, lifting. Exhale, releasing down. So in a Vinyasa or power yoga class, we try to match breath and movement. That breath is connection between the mind and the body. But don't worry if you're not quite there. Just move and breathe. Go ahead and come into that bridge pose this time. Shimmy those shoulders together and down the back. Maybe interlacing the hands to begin to open up your chest and shoulders. Let's release the hips down, hug the knees into the chest. And we're going to start to rock forward and back, gaining a little bit of momentum. And then come all the way forward onto the hands and knees, into that tabletop position. Begin to extend the right arm forward and left leg back, pointing the toes down, back is straight, and then slowly come down. We're going to switch sides, left arm, right leg, finding that balance, and then coming down. So now let's start to match, again, breath and movement. Inhale, open the body and lengthen. Exhale, dropping down to the mat. Again, inhaling and exhale. One breath, one movement. So we're going to continue this. Let's do one more time on each side. And then step the feet back. We're going to work our way to our first down dog. Be sure your fingers are spread wide. Feet are hip distance apart. Belly's pulling up and in. And I always just like to pedal out my feet, start to open up the back side of the legs, the back. And then when you're ready, just find that down dog. Back is as straight as you can get it, hips lifted. Let's step that right foot forward and then our left to our hands. Lengthen the spine, hands come to shins, pull those shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Our first fold, so feel free to keep those knees bent. And we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. This will be the only time I have you roll up. Coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Legs are firm, knees lifted. As you inhale, reach those arms up. Swan dive down and fold. Lengthen the spine, gaze forward, shoulders pull back, and fold. Stepping back to plank pose. We're going to drop our knees to the mat and bend your elbows any amount. Try to come down about halfway. Then lower the chest to the floor and then up for cobra pose. Elbows are bent. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. As you inhale, the left foot's going to step forward this time, then the right. Lengthen your spine and fold forward. Inhale, come up with a flat back, reach up, bring your hands to your heart. As you inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen shoulders back. Exhale and fold. Stepping the feet back to plank. Shift forward, lower halfway down for chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. So just as a reminder, cobra is an option for up dog if you'd want to take that option, and you can always keep the knees down on the mat. As you inhale, bring your feet forward and fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up, hands to the heart center. So we're just flowing through Sun Salutation Series A, inhaling, and exhale, fold. Gaze forward, shoulders back, and fold. Stepping back to plank pose. Shift forward for chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, bring the feet forward, lengthen the spine, and fold. Top of the head relaxes down. Inhale, rise up, hands to the heart. One more time through, just warming up the body, getting that energy flowing. Inhale, lengthen, and fold. Stepping back to plank. Lower halfway down. Remember, knees can come down. Into your back bend of up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping the feet forward to the hands and fold. Inhale, reach up strong with your back, hands to the heart center. Sun Salutation Series B, Surya Namaskar B. Sit back into chair pose. Come into your fold. Gaze forward, lengthen. Plant those hands, step or float back to chaturanga. If you're floating back, please land with soft elbows, flowing through the series. Lifting that right leg up. Exhale, step it all the way forward. Back heel drops down, rise up, warrior one. On that next exhale down, take the hands to the mat, step back. You're going to flow through chaturanga, through upward facing dog, coming into down dog. Lifting that left leg up, step it forward, back heel drops, find warrior one, hips pressing forward. And then on that exhale, take the hands down, elbows in as you lower down, flowing through the series. Take several breaths in down dog. On that next inhale, look forward, bring the feet to the hands and fold. Inhale, reach up, hands to the heart center. We're going to try that again. Inhale, sit back chair, forward fold. Inhaling length, exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling to up dog, exhale, down dog. Sweeping that right leg up, exhale, step it forward. Inhale, rise up, your back heel is down. Exhale, take it down. Flowing through that vinyasa, finding every pose. Lifting the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Rise up for warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Take it down to the mat and begin to flow. Holding in downward facing dog. Looking forward, feet come to the hands. Exhale and fold. Sit back, chair pose. Reach those arms up, back straight, hands to the heart. One more time through. We should be getting warm now. Forward fold. Inhaling. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lifting that right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Rise up with the breath. Come back to your mat with the breath. One more time on this side. Lift that left leg up. Exhale, step forward. Rise up with the breath. Come back down with the breath. Holding in down dog. Bringing the feet forward to your hands and fold. Inhale, reach up, high mountain pose, hands to the heart center. So move your feet and knees together so the feet should be touching. When you're ready, sit back into chair pose. Bringing the hands to the heart, sink a little deeper. Take that inhale, and as you exhale, twist over your right shoulder, coming into twisting chair. Bringing that elbow outside the knee, and knees are glued together. So staying here, begin to shift the weight all to that right foot. See if you can pick up the left and step it all the way back for twisting lunge. Front knee over ankle. Rise up for warrior lunge. Open up for warrior 2. Reach back for reverse warrior. Circle to the mat. Step back for plank pose, holding in plank. Lifting your hips up for down dog. As you inhale, come forward to plank again. Exhale, lift back, push back for down dog. Again, inhale, come forward. Exhale, down dog. Holding here. Looking forward, bringing the feet to the hands. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up. Hands to the heart center. Bringing the feet and knees together again. Sit back into chair pose. Hands to heart, take a breath in, sit a little deeper. Start to squeeze those belly muscles, turning over to the left side. Start to shift your weight to that left foot, pick up the right, step it all the way back for twisting prayer. Come all the way up for lunge, warrior lunge. Open up to warrior 2, dropping that back heel down. Reach back, reverse your warrior. Take that stretch, then circle it to the mat. Step back for plank pose. So we're here again. Once again, we're going to lift our hips up. Join me for down dog. So the option is to come forward to plank or come forward and drop into chaturanga. So I told you some extra upper body work. So as you inhale, come forward, either choose to stop there or push down and then up, coming back to down dog. 2 more times. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. 1 more time. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Looking forward, feet come to the hands and fold. Move the feet together, sit back, chair pose. Take the hands to the heart, twist over that right shoulder. Picking up the left foot, step back for lunge with twisting prayer. Inhale, come right back up and open up to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Circle to the mat. Stay right here onto your fingertips. Now pull that right knee to the chest, lifting the foot up off the floor. Inhale, extend back for plank. Exhale, draw it in. 2 more times. Downward facing dog. Looking forward, bring your feet to your hands and fold. Feet are together, sit back, chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart, twist to the left side. Start to pick up that right foot, step back for twisting prayer with lunge. Front knee over ankle. Rise up, warrior lunge. Open up to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Circle to the mat, onto the fingertips, back heel is up. Pick up that front foot, knee to chest. Inhale to plank. Exhale, draw that knee in. Inhale to plank and in. 1 more time. Downward facing dog. Drop the knees to the mat. Sit back into child's pose. Stretch, reconnect to your breath. When you're ready, come back to downward facing dog. Step that right foot to the outside of the right hand, left to the outside. Coming into prayer squat, malasana. Back is straight, hips dropped. Gaze forward. Taking the hands to the mat, step back to plank. Keeping your back nice and straight, I want you to step your feet about halfway forward and just hover the knees up off the mat. So the upper back is slightly rounded. You're pulling the shoulder blades apart and the belly's lifting up and in. Really important, this is the movement you're gonna need, the muscles you're gonna need for your arm balance. Step back to down dog. Let's do 1 more prayer squat. Take that left foot forward this time, then the right, toes turned out. Sit down into prayer squat. Again, back is straight and the belly's engaged. If you let go, sometimes you fall over backwards, so just keep everything engaged, keep breathing. We're almost there. Good. Step back to plank. We're going to practice 1 more time, so bring the feet halfway and hold. So this is going to be your option if you don't want to practice your arm balance today. You'll hold here maybe 5 breaths and take a break because you're working on your strength to be able to do the arm balance. So hold here. Drop down. Take a child's pose. So step back to downward facing dog. So go ahead and bring your feet forward to the hands. Come into your fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. hands to the heart. So I'm going to move to the center of my mat and face you. For this, we're going to do a side crow pose. So from here, we're just going to squat down. I want you to keep feet and knees together. You come into a squatted position. So we've been doing a lot of twists. Now we're going to twist to the right. So I want you to take your hands, and some of you might just stay right here working on getting your hands to the mat. So when you're ready, it's all about balance. You're going to keep your eyes slightly forward, start to lean forward. You can place that hip on the back elbow and hold the pose, squeezing the belly muscles. And come back down. Switch to the other side. Take a twist. And again, one side might be easier than the other. This side's usually a little bit easier for me to twist on. So just be mindful of that. It's just playtime, right? So when you're ready, shift your weight, begin to go into your pose, never holding your breath. And come back down. Go ahead and straighten the legs, come into forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Beautiful job, hands to the heart. Let's do tree pose. We're going to start to slow down just a little bit. So take that right foot out to the side. You're welcome to stay connected to the floor or move that foot to below or all the way up above the knee. Find the pose that works for you. Start to slow that breath. And bring the hands back down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So pivot out. And then find that pose. You just don't want to press the foot against the side of the knee because there's a firm press wherever that foot is. And we just don't want to press on the side of that knee. Good. Bring the hands back to the heart center. Return to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Reach those arms up. We're just going to flow down to the mat. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen and gaze forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing. Beautiful. Come forward. Lower all the way to the mat. In one straight line if you can. Remember, knees can come down. Beautiful. Peel up for a cobra pose. And release. A little bit of strength work here for the upper back or a back. So just lift up and come down. One more time. Your elbows are drawing in. Cobra pose. And down. Keeping your knees down. Press up. Extended child's pose. Inhale, come back forward. Lower all the way to the mat. So this time, I want you to move your hands back just a little bit further, maybe an inch. So as you're ready, you're going to peel up for cobra and then press all the way to up dog. From here, flip the feet over, come into chaturanga. Press the arms straight, flip the feet over for up dog. 2 more times. So I told you a lot of extra upper body work today. So just move these tricep push-ups. Finish off your vinyasa going to downward facing dog. Step your feet forward and have a seat on your mat. Let's extend both legs forward. Sit up nice and tall. Hands at your sides. We're just going to do a seated staff pose. Hold. Think good posture. Shoulders down your back. Sit up nice and straight. Now reach the arms up and come forward into forward fold. Doesn't matter how low you go, just that you feel this stretch. Start to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Once you're down, hug your knees to your chest. So again, we're going to rock just a few times. You're going to start to rock forward and then try to find boat pose, balance on the sits bones, extend the legs. Knees can be bent. You could also hold on. As you inhale, go to your low back, low boat pose. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift up for boat pose. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Plant the feet. Fingers are forward. Press it all the way up into incline tabletop. Start to lower that down. Find boat pose one more time. One more time. Now lower to that low back, low boat. See if you can hover. Connect that back to the floor. Push the belly down. Breathe. And knees to chest. You did a great job. Just gently rock side to side. You can circle those ankles. Now let's extend that right leg straight up. Left leg extends out. Lift the shoulders up off the mat. And if you needed to, you could just rest that bottom leg on the mat. Start to bend that right knee into the chest. See if you can stay up just a little bit longer, never holding the breath. And then relax and drop into your spine twist. Shoulders relax down. Let's bring it back up. Extend, right leg out. Left leg is going to lift straight up. Lift the shoulders, reach the hands forward, and hover that bottom leg. Just one more breath. Start to draw that knee into the chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, relax. Bend it over into your twist. Let's bring it back onto our back. We're going to take the feet together. The knees are going to drop open wide to reclining butterfly. Start to relax the knees, the hips, closing the eyes. We've moved a lot today. Now we're going to take the benefit of a nice and relaxing Shavasana. So when you're ready, extending the legs just a little bit wider than the hips. The feet will drop apart, away from each other. Palms up at your sides. We're going to be here for just a few moments, just softening and quieting the body and the mind. And I'll be back in just a minute with a short reading. From the book, The Four Agreements. The first agreement says, be impeccable with your word, speak with integrity, say only what you mean, avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. So let's start to wiggle the toes, the fingers. Take any stretch, anything that feels good for you to come out of your final pose. And then just soften your knees, roll to your side. Set your intention, your attitude, your focus for the rest of the day. Tell yourself, good job for showing up on your mat today. And then help yourself up to have a seat on your mat. Just coming into a seated, comfortable position. Reach your arms up, bringing the hands to the heart. And from my heart to yours, namaste. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for class.